Behind me is a BMW and it came for tint upgrade. When I'm talking about a tint upgrade, we are going to install a 5% on the side and a 20% on the windscreen. If you have not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe at MK Auto Accessories, Facebook, YouTube, and on TikTok. We're going to install tint all round. It has the tint, but the tint it has faded, it has scratches, so we're going to upgrade it. I'm going to use the heat gun over here to heat it up so that I can remove the old tint. When I'm talking about upgrading of the tint, this is what I mean. See how tawny it is. This is the reason we are upgrading. Remember, look how I'm removing it. Very easy. So this is a poor quality tint and we're going to install an American 5% tint on the side and a 20% on the windscreen. So remember, as I said, we're going to change the whole car. If you focus with the rear vent, I'm talking about the rear windshield, you can see how clear it is. We're going to change even that and install a 5% tint all round. If you're new to my channel, this is MK Auto Accessories. Make sure that you like and subscribe. And as you can see, I can see through even the seats over there. So we're going to upgrade it and install a non-scratch, non-faded tint on this BMW. Normally use a heat gun, a squeezer, and a sharp razor blade. When removing, you normally use a heat gun and a sharp razor blade. So as you can see, this is a sharp razor blade, and normally you peel it off from the side after you have heat it up. When you peel it like that, and then it will remove it easily. In short, that's what I'm trying to say. So you normally heat it up and then use a sharp razor blade to remove it off. As you can see how it is removing because I've already heated up. So I'm going to install a 5% all round. So this is the first step, heating it up and removing the old tint. Cleaning the windows. This is a German machine and normally measure the tint from the outside according to how the windows look. I'm talking about the window panels. So you normally use a spray gun, spray it like that, and then apply your tint over here. It is windy over here, but let me focus. You apply it. Well, this is called the shrinking process. As I said, the shrinking process, you normally use a squeegee. That the only thing that I'm using over there is called a squeegee. We have the sharp razor blade to cut it off or to trim it off, and then I'm going to take this heat gun to heat it up. So you normally heat it like this. So this is called the shrinking of the tint. And remember, this is a hot air. You normally heat it like that. After you heat it, so that you can take the shape of the window, and then you squeeze it up using your squeezer. So you normally heat it up like that, and then you squeeze it like this. Squeeze it, you remove the excess air, the excess vapor, so that you can take the exact shape of the window. After that, trim it off. I'm talking about trimming. I'm going to talk about using a sharp razor blade so that you can be able to take the exact shape of how you're going to cut it. This is what I mean over here. Trimming of the tint is never that easy. You need to have a sharp razor blade so that you cannot damage the tint. You know, if you have a sharp razor blade, it will not damage, and you need to get that perfect look of the window. You see, I've already cut it on how according to the BMW windows look like. And remember, the toughest car to tint are the German machines. The German machines, I'm talking about the BMW, the Volkswagen, the Mercedes. Those are the toughest car that we normally tint, but we normally overcome them. Not forgetting, I was also tinting the 20% tint on the windshield. This is what I mean over here. So remember, this is also a 20% that I'm installing on the windshield. I'm going to speed up the video so that you may be able to understand. And you've made this video up to this far, make sure that you like and subscribe. Ask any question in the comment section. And remember, visit us or you'll come to your place or you can come to our place. When you're talking about the heat rejection, we normally talk about the 20%. About the UV rays, we normally talk about the 20 and the 5%. So when you're installing the tint, you need to know what do you want about the tint. Do you want the privacy? Do you want about the heat rejection? Do you want about the blockage of the UV rays? Something like that. You know, I normally take the time to advise the client on whatever you want to do. If you want the darkest tint, we have the 5%, and make sure that you have powerful lights because you will not be able to see. So this is called the shrinking of the tint of the windscreen, and we're going to install the tint all around. My buddies are continuing with the other side, and I'm installing the windscreen and the driver's part. The Washira, the green guy with the sprite, is installing the rear windshield, and we have Gadenya installing the back left and the rear window. Allow me to show you the final look of the car because I don't want to talk much. If you have any question, I'm going to post the full video on the YouTube channel. Make sure to like, subscribe, ask any question in the comment section. Allow me to show you the full video. This is the final look of the car. Allow me to show you how it looks from the outside. As you can see, very dark from the outside. Remember, it's a 20% on the windscreen, 5% on the sides. So as you can see, you cannot see anything from the inside. Remember, these are 20% on the windscreen and 5% on the sides. So let us focus with the inside. It's been 5 minutes. I don't want to waste my time, but this is the final look of the car. 20% on the windscreen, This is not the darkest. We have the darkest. We have the 15 and the 5. Anyways, this is the 5% on the side. As you can see how dark it is and how spotless it is. You can be the judge and ask any question in the comment section. Remember, our number is 0757 446 430. You can support me by liking this video and asking any question in the comment section. Subscribe.